Then, after the showcase, one of the staff went to me and said, well, you know how to speak in English, but you have the Filipino English accent.
What? What's up, everybody? I'm Rell.
I'm Dio.
And we are back. Again, react to Excuse Me. We gonna keep on going. Why I love the Filipino English accent.
Wow.
I know.
Cool.
I know.
Let's get right to it. Do us a favor. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell notification.
Ding, and also follow us on Instagram, rell.dio.tv, and let's get into this.
Dude.
Hey guys, it's Jessica here. Through the years of my YouTube live, there have been lots of comments regarding my English accent. Most of it was about me having a Filipino English accent despite me being a Korean. This for me is quite obvious because I learned my English in the Philippines from my Filipino English teachers. And do I hate my accent or the Filipino English accent in general? My answer is a bold no. Generally, there are lots and lots of prejudices regarding one's English accent, implying that it is always better to have a certain accent. In worst cases, some ignorant people can even belittle you as a person for having a certain accent. But for me, I honestly don't care what kind of accent, what kind of English accent one has. One's accent is a great way to express.
Do you see what it said? It said accent doesn't ultimately define the person.
Right, not at all.
I love that.
Not at all.
I love that. I just had to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So true.
That's really good.
His or her unique identity, such as their life background and or the culture that they practiced. And just like how there are no right or wrong life background, there are no right or wrong accents as well, as long as you can understand each other. However, I do believe that there are certain accents in which one would feel like it's pleasing to hear or understand. This accent for me is the Filipino English accent. When I first went to the Philippines at the age of 9, I did not have any knowledge when it comes to the different kinds of accents out there. English was just English. All I knew was that I could not understand it well because I wasn't able to speak English fluently by then. As I began to learn English from my English teachers in the Philippines, I naturally started to speak English the way they did. Again, hence the reason why I have the Filipino English accent. I never consciously realized that I had a certain accent, that I had a Filipino English accent, until I had this experience when I entered the K-pop industry in Korea. This is a rather sad one, but I think I have to share it with you guys before I elaborate on why I really love the Filipino English accent. During my first year of being a K-pop trainee in Korea, there was a time when I had to showcase my skills in front of the people in my company. That unique skill for me was the ability to speak in English. So I introduced myself in English in front of them. There was even a camera and a lot of people in front of me. It was kind of like an audition. Then after the showcase, one of the staff went to me and said, well, you know how to speak in English, but you have the Filipino English accent.
What?
He said this in such a way that my English wasn't good enough just because I had a Filipino English accent. As a young girl, I was only like 13 by then, I was quite offended by his words.
You should
and I
have
started to feel ashamed of the accent that I had.
That's crazy.
When I didn't have to. That was a time when I began to watch a bunch of American or British films and dramas just so I could change my accent. I'm sad to admit that there are some views that the American or British accents are the ones that are associated with a person's English literacy in Korea. Hence the reason why I began to consume American or British entertainment media to change my accent by the time. But now I've worked hard enough to become conscious of that unconscious bias in me. That is why at some point I came to realize that there was absolutely no reason for me to make such effort to change my accent.
That's right.
Because there's nothing wrong with having a Filipino English accent. In fact, it was something that I could even feel proud of. Why? First of all, the Filipino English accent is known to be very easily understandable because they pronounce each syllable very clearly and evenly. They would evenly pronounce all the syllables, and I could understand it very well. For example, my dad is also not a fluent English speaker, so he finds it very difficult to understand those English especially when it's spoken in a very quick way. But with the Filipino English accent, although he may not understand the meaning of each word used in the sentence, he could still grasp the general context of the people's words because it's easily comprehensible. This is also the reason why I got to learn English very quickly when I first settled in the Philippines. Here I want to point out that I'm not trying to say that the Filipino English accent is better than all the other accents out there. I just want to highlight its characteristic that makes it easier for the big majority of people to understand and also learn English. And for that reason, I do think that the Filipino English accent is very attractive. I am very thankful that I got to learn English in the Philippines from my English teachers, and also I would like to thank everyone who taught me English in the very beginning. I think it's very important to ask the question of why some things happen to be the way it is. Since we're talking about accents, it's very discouraging when there's someone who is just judging you as a person your whole life, or even discriminating you for having a certain accent. I do get a lot of comments, especially from Filipinos themselves, saying that my accent is the Filipino English accent and implying that it's not good. Well, I'm here, I'm very proud, I'm very proud when people say, oh, you know what, I can understand you very well, like even if I don't speak English that well, because I try to speak, as clearly as possible instead of just like flying all my words out, if you know what I mean. So I guess before I end this video, I would like to tell you guys that there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a certain accent, as long as you can understand each other. And it's the people who judge you for such shallow reason that are very ignorant. So yeah, I just wanted to leave that out here, even if I maybe no one to say that. Always stay confident and do not let yourself down. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in my next one.
Wow, shout out to, what's her name? Jessica Lee. That was a great video.
Great video.
Wow.
Why are people so picky when it comes to certain things like that?
She said ignorance.
Yeah, it's very much so ignorance, because like she said, at the end of the day, as long as you're able to understand each other, why are we making accents a big deal? Like,
I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't know it was a thing in the Philippines. Or even, she said even in Korea. I didn't know this was a thing, because I know they have like other issues as well. I know they talk about the skin tone and other things in their size, being a certain size. Yeah. This is crazy. Why is all this going on?
I don't know. At the end of the day,
certain appearance and stuff.
Jessica can speak English very, very well.
She's a great.
And her accent is very, very beautiful.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
In the discussion.
Yeah, period.
So I'm glad she stood her ground and didn't submit to a culture that only for them to find something else wrong with her. Mm-hmm. Please.
And if you have a Filipino English accent, you be proud of that. Be proud. Say I'm proud of that.
I'm proud
in the comments. Now mean it. Mean it. All right, you guys. This is an awesome video. Drop down suggestions in the comments of videos for us to react to.
Yep.
And we will see you guys later.
Soon.
Peace.